Okay, what's up?
Hi.
Hello, I'm Booster.
I'm Aaron, and we're your unemployed friends. It's 4 p.m. on a Monday, and we just got out of the theater seeing Is This Thing On? Starring Will Arnett and Laura Dern, directed by Bradley Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
And we hated it.
Yeah, it was sucked. It's January 12th right now, and as everyone knows, the only stuff that comes out in January is bad stuff or award stuff. And this got like a limited release on Christmas or whatever. And we saw it when we booked tickets yesterday. It was empty. There was just one other pair of people there.
Yeah.
Apparently it's making like $1,000 per theater across the whole weekend, so no one is seeing it because they expected awards attention, because Bradley Cooper directed A Star Is Born and Maestro, and those got award stuff. But this got no award attention because it sucks.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Yeah, before it came out, it was all across the predictions of like, is this thing on? Is going to get all the nominations, and then it came out, and those all went away. So, with all that context, we saw it, and oh my fucking god, it was so boring.
This will be a spoiler-full review.
Don't see it.
Yeah, don't see it. It was so bad that we're just going to tell you exactly why it was bad. So, spoiler alert on this one.
Yeah,
but
so
don't watch this movie.
Well, I can give a brief rundown in my head. It's basically Will Arnett plays the main character. He's a stand-up comedian. Well, he's like a finance guy.
He's a finance guy.
We never see his day job, but then he gets they get in kind of a divorce, and then he starts stand-up comedy. And
as his way of like coping.
Yeah, so he's this down on his luck guy who copes it through stand-up comedy, and he basically just does the BoJack thing. Like, this is seriously BoJack Horseman meets Joker meets what that other comedy movie is.
Yeah, the first time he got on stage and like started talking and no one was doing anything, because which I did like some of the beginning, but yeah, it's like he gets up and he starts talking, and I was like, oh, this is like the shot in Joker, but no one's laughing.
Yeah, it was shot
except it was pushed
up.
Way closer.
Exactly.
And like, let me, I don't want to see his pores.
And Bradley Cooper was the camera operator for every scene that he wasn't in. Bradley Cooper basically played Mr. Peanut Butter, and the actress who played Princess Carolyn was also in the movie, so that was hilarious. Every time he was on stage talking, I was like, I need this to be a BoJack Horseman like fan animation.
Yeah.
So get on that, Twitter. I'd love to see it.
That's the only purpose this movie has.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, Laura Dern. Oh yeah, I was thinking it's like Kramer versus Kramer and Marriage Story. You know, the generic like marriage breakdown stories. Kramer versus Kramer is really good. It has Dustin Hoffman. It's so good.
Okay. I thought you were talking about the guy from Seinfeld. That ass.
No, not Kramer. That's different. So I'm a child of divorce, so I don't know. I mean, it was just, I thought it'd be kind of compelling, and all the main actors are good, but it's so fucking boring. And
for me, it was compelling for a little bit.
Initially,
like
yes.
It's like it opens up on like her brushing her teeth and him in the shower, and he gets out, and she's just like,
should we call it?
Should we call it? Said, yeah. And I was like, wow, like what a like good opening of just like, you're not getting any like
no context.
Like normally a divorce movie will have like the happy moments that you're sad about the divorce, but this one they were just like, this just isn't working. I'm like, oh, that works. And then he just like wanders on stage one night because he doesn't want to pay the cover fee to the bar, which is funny. And then I liked the first act quite a bit.
Me too. I was gonna give it.
It was fun. It was weird, but it was fun. Yeah, like I was gonna give it a 7 if it was only the first act, and you said a 6.
I was thinking a 6 because it does have the it does have the Marriage Story thing. If you've seen Marriage Story or Kramer versus Kramer,
yet.
We should watch those. But
Marriage Story is on my. I rented it from the library. Go support your local library.
That's true. But it has the same type of thing where divorced with kids, and they start doing that thing where, you know, they compete against each other. Like he buys a brand new car, but she takes them to the movies or whatever. I don't know what else she does. She's just generically.
She didn't do anything. She leaves the movie for like 20 minutes the second he starts doing comedy.
That's true. So anyway, they just kind of compete, and he kind of lives the divorced dad life. And then he makes this whole group of friends around the comedy sphere, and eventually,
oh god, and then they stop being relevant.
Yeah, who cares about that? There was so much filler in this fucking movie. There was all these scenes and characters that went nowhere at all.
Yeah, it could have been a 45-minute short film, and it would have been better for it.
Because quite literally, they eventually set up that scene where he gets, you know, his big break. He's gonna go like, he's like the opener for this, you know, I don't know. He's getting like a 10-minute spot on like an actual show, instead of just like an open mic night. Like it's like primetime slot. People are coming to just watch comedians. So he's excited.
He's like, they're paying for it.
And then And then Laura Dern is like, "Well, I can't watch the kids because I have a special date tonight." And you're like, "Oh, duh, we can see where this is going." She's gonna wind up seeing him, and he's gonna yap about their marriage in a bad way. And she goes on a date with fucking Peyton Manning,
who can't act for shit.
No, compared to Marty Supreme with Kevin O'Leary, he was a good actor with good direction. Josh Safdie is good at directing his actors.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning fucking sucked.
You'd think Bradley Cooper would be good at directing actors because he's an actor. Like Jesse Eisenberg in A Real Pain. The best part of that movie is the performances.
That's right.
Because Jesse Eisenberg's an actor.
But Peyton Manning, he's playing a football coach or a volleyball coach, actually. And the wig snatch. But she shows up and we're like, that's fucking Peyton Manning. And they talk for like 5 real minutes.
Yeah.
They yap and
it cut the tension because it's like the music is ramping up. She's walking down she's like walking down the street and he's like getting ready in his apartment frantically. And you're like, oh God, like it's and you're like expecting it to lead right to like, she sits down with her date, lights go down. He walks on stage and she's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then Peyton Manning talks for like 5 minutes and like the music cuts and it's just like nothing. And it's like, okay. And then it cuts back to him after they talk and he's still frantically getting ready in his apartment. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
They're pacing and
then they go to a different venue.
And then they go and then it takes an extra 5 or 10 minutes. But it was just, we had enough time for her to sit down, begin the conversation with Peyton Manning. We say, hey, that's Peyton Manning. And then I look it up because who cares? I looked it up in the theater. I was like, wow, that's Peyton Manning. How cool, how weird. And I yapped a little bit about Marty Supreme. And then the scene was still going. I was like, well, how are they still talking? I couldn't believe it. But then, they go to see him and he does his yap about how the marriage sucks and how he's like has sex with a woman. Yeah, how he's like, oh, divorce sucks, but I had sex with someone new and it's different. It made me miss my wife, which is like, oh, interesting. And it's awkward. And then
she like chuckles at one joke and then gets up and leaves. And Peyton Manning just exits the movie.
Yeah, he's gone.
And so I'm expecting like a forced third act argument, but at least that would have been compelling.
But instead,
then they go home, they fuck, or they go to his apartment and they fuck. And then they're like trying to like keep it a secret because they're like, oh, we can't tell the kids. That'll be confusing. We can't tell our friends. It's like, you can tell your fucking friends.
So they're basically, he's having an affair with his own ex-wife and then he's, doing more comedy about it. And then, to be honest, that's where the movie should have ended. That's the hour mark. And we checked our watch. It's like, oh, there's still 45 minutes.
Yeah, I literally was like, how is this only halfway over?
Because it felt like the third act.
It felt like the climax.
It did. And then literally they go to wherever they go. What's
they go to Oyster Bay, which is in Long Island.
Okay, so they go,
it's like their bougie friends have like a lake house basically.
And then it was just
quite literally to a halt.
It was literally just watching Will Arnett and Bradley Cooper and his friends like have a vacation. They played Guess Who. They set the table for 5 minutes while singing Amazing Grace.
Yeah.
They yapped about getting divorces and shit. And then
there was a scene where like Bradley Cooper sits down with Will Arnett while he's smoking outside, and I leaned over to Booster and I went, oh, Bradley Cooper's gonna want to get a divorce and Will Arnett isn't gonna want to support him because he's secretly fucking his ex-wife. And then literally as soon as I said that, he's like, you inspired me, I want to get a divorce.
it was so clear and obvious.
Yeah. And then like and then it's just, and he's like, whoa, no, wait. And it's just like that. It was like 20 minutes of just fucking nothing.
You literally could have cut out the whole thing.
They have gay friends. Their friend group is 3 couples. Will Arnett and Laura Dern getting the divorce. Bradley Cooper's in a loveless relationship, and then a gay couple. And I'm like, the gays would clock this. The gays would be like, you two are fucking. What is this? And they don't. They have like 4 lines. They're like the most useless characters
I didn't even realize they were supposed to be gay. I didn't get that at all.
I just assumed they were because I figured it was 3 couples.
I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like that is my only reason.
But then after the pointless beach scene that could have entirely been cut out, we were seriously like, I was lying sideways in the theater like, if I was ever gonna walk out of a movie, it's like right fucking now. Like every scene was so telegraphed and so obvious, you know exactly where it was going. And then I'm already forgetting how it even wraps up. Eventually Will Arnett is just kind of like,
we skipped the scene that was like actually atrocious in Oyster Bay. They're at the house, they're in the backyard. Will Arnett is like, Laura Dern, I don't remember their characters' names. He's like, he put up this framed picture of her in his house of when she played volleyball back in the day. In the Olympics for Team USA. Because he's like, I want our kids to see how much of a badass you are. And she gets mad over that.
Yeah.
And we're just like,
She's like,
this is like the straightest movie
I was gonna
ever.
say.
So maybe that's why we didn't like it.
I
It's
think
like
so.
the most like heterosexual movie ever, where they're just getting mad about fucking whatever.
I know.
And it's like, what are we doing?
Literally the first scene where they go to the party where they're like, they realize they're getting a divorce, but they haven't told anyone. It was so boring, and everyone hated each other, and no one was having any fun. I was like, God, is this what like straight normies are like?
Yeah,
like,
but it was a little bit funny then.
It was, but it was. I mean, I was joking, but it was also like it just made me realize, like, God, straight normies live the most boring life in the world. Like they just hate they hate all their partners, and it was. I hate to be that person, but the movie was doing that, where it was like, oh, women, they're so you just don't know how to deal with them. They're just like mad about everything, and you as a man, you just never know. But that scene was quite literally exactly what it was doing. Because he was like, I put this thing up, it means a lot to me, and it should mean a lot to you. And she's like, that's not me now. I'm upset. She literally said, I'm upset. And he's like, why? And she's like, you should know why I'm upset. And then she just walks away.
Yeah, and it's like, she's like, because that's who I used to be.
Yeah,
why not put up a picture of me with the kids?
I know, it was so insufferable.
And he's just like,
because
I don't know, because this is fucking cool.
She literally played volleyball in the Olympics. I would want that picture.
That's dope. That's awesome.
But it was so unnecessary. She's like,
and then later she reveals that she's been mad the entire time after she retired. All she had was her kids.
Mm-hmm.
So you proud of being a mother or not?
Ugh.
Like, it's just, she was written so inconsistently.
Yeah, she was annoying as
hell.
hell.
She was like purely a plot contrivance. She acted however the movie needed her to act to get him to react a certain way.
That's true.
It was like, she's not like a person, she's like a plot device.
I know, because
it's insulting a little bit.
It makes me feel misogynistic, but that's how the movie was written. Like that scene especially where she was like, I'm upset, but I'm not going to tell you why. Like, that is literally what a straight white dude thinks about his wife. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I hate my wife. I can't ever tell what she's thinking. That's what that scene exactly was. Like,
that's a joke he makes on stage.
He literally says those words. And then eventually we were just counting down the minutes to the ending, and then he's like, well, I just realized I wasn't unhappy in our marriage, I was unhappy with it, or it was the other way around.
I wasn't unhappy with our marriage, I was unhappy in it. I want to be unhappy together.
Oh my God,
and it's
what
like,
a cliche line.
And it's like, and we were like, cool. And he's like, so like, take me back. And she's just like, I'll think about it. And we were like, cool, cut to black. And then it keeps going.
Yeah, well, they had to show the
and you
kids.
have to hear all of
Under Pressure
by Queen and David Bowie, a cover of Children at the Talent Show.
Wait, was
that
this
at the
kids?
end they cut in actual Under Pressure by Freddie Mercury.
The kids must have done so bad that they just stopped. Like, kids were in this weird talent show that they acknowledged one time and then never again. Like, they were preparing for this talent. I don't know. They were just kids playing a concert.
I just forgot about it. Like, the kids were just like practicing Under Pressure by David.
They mentioned a few times, like, well, you better get ready for the Under Pressure thing. But they never said if it was a talent show, if it was a graduation, a performance, or just a band thing they just wanted to do. It was
very unclear.
And then at the end, they're so happy and they kiss and the movie's over. So yeah, is this thing on? I say fucking no. It's not on.
I wish it wasn't.
I wish it was on.
I wish it wasn't.
I wish I didn't have to hear it.
Yeah, and this is the only movie that we both said, like, when we were walking out, I was like, I wish a little bit when he was like, oh, I'm in love with you secretly still. I want to be unhappy together. I wish he didn't say anything, and he just went, is this thing on? Because I'm like, that would have been like a Marvel-ass ending, but it genuinely would have been better.
Leave it up to interpretation. I like that. I like a unsure ending, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it didn't want to let you think about anything. Every time you had a question, a character says exactly that. And it's like, it
was just boring, really, really boring. I don't usually want to walk out of movies, but I really wanted to. I just didn't want to sit there through the rest of it because I could imagine it, and then it happened.
Yeah.
It was not, like I said, they put it in January to get awards stuff. They assumed it would get noms. It's getting absolutely nothing, so no one's going to see it. Bradley Cooper's a hack. Maestro was his free pass at the Oscars. A Star is Born is only good because it was a movie that was already good.
Yeah, it's a movie that's already made with Barbra Streisand.
So then Maestro got a shit ton of Oscars because it was like, all right, you're get a free pass for this one. He's gone. Free pass is over. Is this thing on? It's getting a whole lot of nothing. Bradley Cooper. I'm realizing I don't think I like him as a director because Maestro sucked. This sucked. Star Wars 1 was okay.
The direction was bad too. Like, every shot was like it was pushed in closer than we are.
Yeah.
It was like uncomfortably close. And I'm like, He's doing stand-up comedy on stage. I don't want to be uncomfortable right
I
now.
know,
Because that's not a vehicle for making me laugh at jokes.
It's trying to pull the Joker thing of like making you feel like he's uncomfortable on stage, but he wasn't.
But even the Joker shot was wider than those.
So
it was just his face and like a little bit of empty screen. It was like his forehead to chin, and I'm like, guys, I don't need to be looking at Will Arnett like this.
It was like the Marty Supreme shot, but at least Marty Supreme was meant to make you feel anxious.
Marty Supreme has a reason. Yeah, it's like, why are you trying to make me uncomfortable when a comedy show is when you should not be uncomfortable?
Because the character's not feeling like that. So why should we?
Or like a comedian can make a good one can make you like a little bit uncomfortable, like for a joke. Like that's kind of the point.
Because even when he's in his element, he's like actually making some keep doing it. He's like enjoying it and being comfortable. It was still a shot like that. So what's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
There was no like it wasn't stylistically like an arc of a character. It was just like that's just how they've shot it every single time.
Yeah.
So it didn't even have any development or anything. It was just.
I will say there were a lot of long takes. I love a long take. So it was like when he was on stage, it would barely cut. It would maybe cut like once or twice before he gets off stage. But then when it would cut at like the weirdest time.
It was random.
It's like he would like finish a joke and then like people would be laughing and then like he like goes to start another one and then it cuts. And I'm like, what?
There's a lot of strangeness about
the editing was so weird, which I don't know if that was the editor's fault or if that was Bradley Cooper was just like, oh, that's where the scene ends. And it was like, okay, that's not where you should have ended it. And yeah, it didn't have anything interesting to say about divorce and relationships.
No, not at all.
Like and
it
doesn't even work as like an homage to stand-up comedy because it stops being about he stops doing stand-up at the halfway mark for like 40 minutes.
He did. When he got back together with Laura Dern, he stopped doing stand-up comedy. So it was like Marty Supreme when the ping pong went away, but in the worst, in the bad way. Yeah, exactly.
Because in Marty Supreme, he at least got up to interesting shit. He didn't go to Oyster Bay.
Yeah, they were playing Guess Who. That was one of the worst parts. Playing Guess Who, and it literally felt like Bradley Cooper and his friends just playing. I was like, why are we watching this shit? And then there was 5 minutes of them setting the table while singing Amazing Grace, and I'm like, is she the only black character on the cast? Was singing Amazing Grace in this like soulful way, and I was like, is this stereotypical?
And then the gays join in, and it's like, yeah.
There was a lot of like, what are we watching? And then it was over. So boring as fuck. What would you give it?
I give that shit a 3.
I don't know. Wicked Witch.
I was trying to do the Shadow Wizard Money Gang, but that's a 4, so I got to give it a 3.
What did you say? Mother's.
Madam Morrible, flip it around, Wicked Witch.
Anyway, I gave it a 6, and then a 5, and then a 4. I don't think it's as bad as a 3. It's really fucking boring, but I think we're just like not the target audience, so I kind of want to give it some grace. I think it's between a 3 and a 4. I'll give it a 4 right now.
This is something my parents would love.
That's the problem.
This is for straight Gen Xers.
It's for straights,
I think it is Gen Xers specifically, because I don't think a millennial would enjoy this, and I think a boomer would call it too woke because there's two men near each other.
Probably true. I think straight Gen Xers. If you're straight Gen X watching our channel, maybe you'll like it.
But also, like, are y'all enjoying our channel? Like, we appreciate you. We love you.
They're hate watching.
Yeah.
So the Golden Globes were yesterday. The Oscar noms coming soon. No Other Choice comes out on Friday.
No Other Choice.
All You Need Is Kill.
All You Need Is Kill.
Oh God.
Iron Lung is at the end of the month.
We'll see
That'll be heat.
There was something else. I can't remember.
I don't know.
We're gonna watch J. Kelly, Train Dreams, The Secret Agent. I was gonna say that's about the Golden Globes. Wagner Moira. He voices Death Wolf in Puss in Boots, and he won Best Actor in
you can't get me started. That shit is not safe for YouTube.
We'll have to see The Secret Agent. I think that's online. I don't know.
Probably at this point.
Well,
it'll come out in theaters if it gets noms.
That's true. I don't want to wait that long. I guess
it'll be a couple weeks.
Okay, maybe the Netflix stuff won't, but
yeah, the Netflix stuff we can watch.
We'll have to watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Keep it real. Like and subscribe and comment.
Let us know what you think.
Yes. Okay.
Bye.
See ya.